What's up everybody, Tech Chucker here, and today we're going to do a review of the Marvel Legends Space Venom Wave Spider-Girl. Now, this is a pretty cool figure, if I do say so myself, and I do because I'm the one recording. But I gotta say, I really like this figure. I think it's a really fun figure that Hasbro put out. So let's crack this thing open and take a closer look. Alrighty, as always, we're going to start with the articulation. And Spider-Girl has some pretty good articulation. There's a couple issues, but her head is on a ball peg with a hinge. That's right, a hinge. We're seeing that more often. She can look all the way up and she can look all the way down. That's really great. And then she's got good side-to-side motion. No issues there, no hair to get in the way. And she's got awesome tilt. That tilt is amazing. There's lots of emotion that she can get out of that neck joint. In the shoulder, she's got a ball hinge and she can get her arm out that much. She has full rotation, no bicep swivel, but there is one at the elbow, and she's got a single elbow joint. And then in the wrist, she's got a peg joint and she's got a hinge, which works very well, except moving it up was a little bit tough. In the torso, she's got that double ball joint that I'm not a huge fan of. She can't really crunch forward. She can kind of arch back a little bit, not a huge amount. She is able to rotate for the most part side to side, though it does kind of bend a little bit strange. And then she does have some tilt, which, or the, I don't know, side crunch, I guess is what you'd call it. There is no waist swivel. Down into the hips, she's got T-jointed ball joints in the hips, and this just isn't very good. Hasbro, come on. She can kick forward about this much, just about all the way out, which is not enough. She can't really kick back, which is also very disappointing. So the hips are pretty much a fail. There is an upper thigh cut and double jointed knees. Those work very well. No problems with that on either front. And then in the ankle, she has a hinge, which she's able to get her foot back about that much and forward. Not too bad. I would like it to be just a little bit more. And then she does have an ankle rocker, which works pretty well. So overall, the articulation, like I said, is pretty good. Down in the hips is where she has some issues. And, you know, we want our lady figures to have better range of motion in those hips because we know that they're going to be more nimble. And so they're going to be able to get into a little bit better action poses, especially Spider-Girl. She should be able to get into some really dynamic poses using those hips. So in that respect, Hasbro, I'm a bit disappointed in what you gave us. Moving right along into the sculpt and paint of this figure, and you know, I'm pretty happy. The sculpt is decent. I like this head sculpt. It is unique to a certain degree. I like the shorter hair, obviously because it helps with the articulation. The paint is pretty clean. All those lines, the eyes are actually nice and clean. We can actually see they've painted on her her earrings or whatever the heck those are called on both ears, and it's pretty cleanly done. There's a little bit of shading in the hair, not too awful much, but it's pretty good. The neck is too long. It is definitely too long. See if I can pop this head off. Oh no, I'm gonna wind up breaking that. But you can see that ball peg is really long. Pop this thing back on just a little bit here. There we go. So yeah, it sits a little too high. The rest of the body down into the torso, I do like the sculpt work. Obviously, I like the sculpt work, but I like the lines. They did pretty good with those lines. The silver is nice and clean. I've got no issues with those silver accents that they did. And then, you know, down into the hands and arms, they painted those really well. I do feel like the fists are just a tad small. I don't know what the deal is, or at least the one fist. We only get one fist. And moving closer down to the navel, again, they kept those lines nice and clean, no problems there. And then moving down into the butt area, I don't know why we're gonna do that. We're just gonna. All right, so moving down, sorry about that. Moving down into the legs, they continue those paint apps, and they're still very, very cleanly done. I like the feet. They're a good size foot for a female character. And they painted it pretty well. Also, I don't care for that little lip that they've got there that always causes the front ankle motion to be limited to a certain degree, and I'm always tempted to take my Dremel out and drill that off. Drill it off? I don't know. We'll just scrape it off, sand it off, something like that. But I never wind up doing it. I don't typically customize or modify my figures for whatever reason. But overall, the sculpt and the paintwork is pretty solid. I do think that it could use a little bit of shading, but couldn't every single Marvel Legends. And they almost never give us a figure that's got full shading throughout the figure. So, my expectations are fairly low in that respect. Hey, wouldn't you know it? We're already on to the accessories. So, I'm done. Yeah, there's no accessories that come with this figure. So let's talk about what we wish we got. Alternate hands. That would be great. So we get this fist on the left hand. Let's see if you can actually see it here. It's tiny. It looks like it's just like I don't know, it's just tiny. And then we've got this open hand, which looks like it could hold something. Not sure what. Oh, an accessory maybe. And then maybe an alternate head would be okay. But, we get nothing. That's it. No accessories, no nothing. So there you go. So overall this figure, it's a solid figure. It's got good articulation, it's got good paint, good sculpt, no accessories. So, my opinion, get it if you want it, but don't pay full price for this figure. It's to me, it's only partly a figure because it doesn't come with any of those accessories. So anyway, I hope this review was useful. I hope you liked it. If you did, you might as well go ahead and hit the like button. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That means that you get more Tech Chuckers Brain Blast coming at you. Until next time, I'll see you later.
Tech Chuckers Brain Blast.